Hello, Elizabeth. I'm Majo Peralta from Paraguay. Nice to meet you.
Me too.
You were amazing in the movie. I saw the movie yesterday and it was amazing. And I want to ask you about the comic because we know from the comics that your character has two sides. One is the villain and the other a hero. And how was the transition from one side to the other?
I guess I don't think of it I don't think of it as sides. I just think of it uh as perspective. I don't think of her ever as wanting to do bad or wanting to do good. I just think of her as wanting to do what she wants. And sometimes that doesn't align with the morality of the world. And so to me, I think we get to do something different for the first time with her. We kind of meet her in Age of Ultron as being against the Avengers because she believes that that Tony Stark's responsible for the death of her parents. And that's traumatizing. And so she's going to come from that experience, think the Avengers are bad, but then learn that they're not bad and it wasn't about, so there's stuff to be learned when we make mistakes. But I do think that what being a villain is, when you're coming from the point of view of the villain, you can never think of anyone as bad. And I certainly don't think of her as bad. And I hope that we have more empathy for her than think of her as just bad.
What was the biggest challenge, Elizabeth, of playing different version of Wanda and Scarlet Witch?
I wanted to make sure that they were, because if there were these different versions of us out there, I would assume there'd be a core self that without the situations that they are in, that felt very similar, but how to make them different besides just changing the wig, but how to make them different was important to me, and posturally. And so I guess the challenge was how little could I do to make it seem like these were different people, and then because to that was important to me. And then the other part that was difficult with playing two versions was when they are in the same scene together. And I'm acting with my lovely stand-in, but I'm acting with not myself. And so I'm trying to create a performance with enough ideas or options that then would make sense with what I imagine I'm going to do next. So I prefer working with another actor than myself.